Good morning, collective. So I had to come on here and tell you guys, um, I need to put dream interpretation on my website so you guys can schedule for dream interpretations because a lot of dreams have been coming through to show me proof of what's going down around me with my enemies and liars and charlatans and such. So last night I had a dream. Okay, not last night, the night before last. The night before last I had a dream, and in my dream there's a person who I have had attacking me over and over and over again. And this person is possessed. And in real life, this person is possessed. And they don't remember the things that they do because they are possessed. Okay? One of the number one signs of possession is a person will not remember what they do. Okay? If you go online and you ever see like murderers or people on trial and they're like, I don't remember doing that. And they're like, well, ma'am, do you remember stabbing him? No, I don't remember stabbing him. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember stabbing her. I don't remember killing my whole family. I don't remember, stealing. When a person is possessed, they lose bits and pieces of time. Okay? They, hold on. Okay. They, you can say something to them and they will, like, they'll say, you'll call them and say, well, hey, can you give me a ride to work on Friday? And they're like, sure. And then Friday comes and they don't show up and you call them and they're like, I didn't say I was going to give you a ride to work. And you're like, yes, you did. You said you were going to give me a ride to work. Or you could call them and say, can you help me with my rent? Or I need to borrow some money. And they're like, sure. And then when you go to get the money, they're like, I didn't say that. I didn't say I was going to give you that. I didn't say I was going to do that. And but yet they will, if you bring up to their attention that, yes, you did say that, they will constantly say, no, you're lying. You're lying. I didn't say that, but they did. Okay. You could even record conversations with this person and they will still deny, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Okay. Because they're possessed. People who are possessed, there are different signs because everybody doesn't know that they're possessed. There's this there's this misinformation that everybody who's possessed knows that they're possessed, and that's not true. There are a lot of people who have done things, and when I say done things, they participated in rituals or they have done spell work, not understanding the spell work, and they open themselves up to take it on a spirit. Some people have been possessed their whole life or for a large portion of their life and don't even know it. Okay? In order to in order to become possessed, okay, it can be voluntary or it can be involuntary. Some people become possessed by trying to get power. Okay, they want power, they want abilities, they want gifts that aren't naturally theirs. And so they go out looking, how, what can I do to get the ability of mediumship? Or what can I do to get the ability of psychic or clairvoyancy? Because I don't have these gifts. And people are like, oh, well, if you do this ritual or you do this or you do this or do this spell or whatever, you'll get these gifts. and people do it, and what happens is they take on a demon. They become possessed in order to mimic having that gift. They don't really have it. They just have an entity on them. Okay? Their body will start to show signs. If the spirit of that, if that demon is on them or in them, it, in them specifically, their body will deteriorate in several different ways, and they will have like ongoing illnesses that they can't get rid of. And they're not normal illnesses that people have in their bloodline. Okay? They will hide those people who know that they're sick will hide those illnesses. Okay? They will take the labels off their medicine bottles because they know that they're sick because of what they have in them. They're not stupid. The human body is only designed to hold one soul. Okay, spiritually. You put more than that in it, you're gonna have some problems. Okay? So when you find people hiding their health illnesses, their like their what do you call it? Their health challenges, they're purposely hiding it. And you're like, well, why would they hide that they're going through this? Because they know why they're going through it. Is it natural? Okay? But like I said, they go looking for power, and they go looking in the wrong places and getting it in the wrong ways. Okay? So let me tell you what happened. Last night I had not last night, the night before I had a dream. I had one last night too. But the night before I had a dream. And in the dream, I had a person who ran up to me, a person who got a phone call. I was with a family member, okay? The family member got a phone call. And I was actually with 3 family members. And the family member got a phone call. And I was like, okay. They went in and took the phone call in the hallway because we were in a building, okay? After they took the phone call, they came in and they handed over all the keys. They had a set of keys to their home, their business, everything. And they said, here, take these. And it was a whole bunch of keys. And I was like, okay. And they were like, I gotta go. Now, for some reason, I knew that the call wasn't a good call. I was like, I don't know what the call was, but I knew the call wasn't a good call because in real life, this person would never hand over all their keys to me. They would never give me everything. And let me explain to you what keys are in the spiritual, okay? Keys represent a lot of different things. Keys represent your spiritual mantle, because if you look in the Bible, Elijah handed down his mantle to Elisha. Those were they're keys. Okay, keys unlock knowledge. Keys unlock things. So if the person hands you keys spiritually, they're giving you something. They're unlocking something for you. Okay, they're giving you something, unlocking it, or they're giving you the means to unlock it. It could be spiritual gifts. It could be something that's destined for you, like a path that you're supposed to be on. Keys mean a lot because in the past, I had to go help somebody find their keys that got stolen. Okay? I had a client who her keys got stolen, and for 3 days, she didn't talk. She didn't anything. But I had to go in the spiritual realm with help and find her spiritual keys. And we found her keys, and we retrieved them, and we gave them back to her. And 3 days later, she came out of depression. She was in a serious depression. Okay? So, people think it's a joke when I'm talking about going into the spiritual realm and doing work, in the spiritual realm. Because sometimes you do have to go in the spiritual realm and help somebody because you can't help them out here. Okay? I do most of my work in the spiritual realm to protect people. Even last night, I was in the spiritual realm helping people and doing the people who put the orders in for the new moon. I was in the spiritual realm working on your behalf. Okay? It wasn't just no candles. Like I was in the spiritual realm walking around seeing what's going on around you, what's attacking you. Is it a demon? Is there spell work? Can I manipulate it without, you know, using candles? I can do that in the spiritual realm. Okay. So I have my whole team can. So this person handed over the keys. Okay. They handed over their keys to me in the dream. And I looked at the keys and I was like, what? This person would never hand over everything, their keys to everything, their car, their home, their business. And then they turned around and walked away. And they were walking to this back door to leave the building, right? And I yelled to them and said, hey. And they turned around and I told them, the person the person who broke your heart, they didn't leave you because they were in love with her or because they were loyal to her. They left you to protect you because the person they were with was threatening your life, the safety of you and your child. And in order to protect you and you and their child, they had to leave you, and they had to go over there. So in other words, the man that she was in love with, the reason why her heart even got broken and she went down this path of going after power and like attacking other people and holding on to that pain was because she had a baby with a man, and the man, she thought the man was going to leave his wife, and he didn't. But the reason why he didn't divorce his wife, it wasn't because he didn't love her and his baby. And it wasn't because he wanted to be with the wife. It was because he was already involved with a coven, a very powerful coven with his wife. And his wife threatened him that if he left her to go be with his child and the woman he loved, that she was going to kill that woman and that child. And as a man, if he left his wife, he would not have the means to protect that child and to protect that woman because the wife would take all the money. So he stayed with the wife in order to be able to keep an eye on the wife and to protect the woman he loved and the child that he had. Okay? And he did that. Okay? He protected her and he protected the child, and he also provided for her and for the child without the wife knowing. Okay? And so I told her this. She didn't know this. All these years, the decisions that she made were based on thinking that this man had hurt her and didn't love her. But it was deeper. He was tied up in some deeper things than she could realize. It's kind of like being in the mafia and being married, and you're like, well, I don't understand, why is he leaving his wife? Because the mafia done told him if he leave his wife, they gonna kill him. So as much as you want him to leave his wife, what you want him to do? Die too? What would be the point then? You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, there are groups and covens and things like that. And the law is blood in, blood out. If you give blood to come in, you got to die to get out. And I hate to say it, but it's the truth. There are spiritual and covens out here like that. There are witch covens like that. Once you're in, you're in. Which is why I tell people, don't join covens. Don't join those groups. And I'm warning you now. Because the last one in is the first one to die, that they sacrifice. Stay away from people who want to recruit you. Oh, well, we want you to be a part of this group and we do spell work. Stay the hell away from them people, I'm telling you. There's just nothing good that comes of people doing spell work in hidden rooms and secret. Anything done in secret is not of God. Why do you think I share so much with y'all? And I get chastised for it, and I get judged for it. Oh, well, Sapphire must be this, Sapphire must be that. Whatever I am, I tell you what I am. That's why I'm not getting karma. That's why I'm not getting in trouble with God, because I'm not hiding anything from people. I truly am being who I was meant to be, and I'm sharing my spiritual gifts with people. And in 1 Timothy It even in 1 Timothy, it even says that God says we're supposed to share our spiritual gifts. We're not supposed to be in back rooms lying and doing spell work with cauldrons and meeting with people at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning or having secret altars and shit. We're not supposed to be doing shit like that. I don't have no secret altar. I don't have no secret group I meet with. People are like, she must be doing something. Yeah, it's called prayer. It's called get down on your knees and connect with your God. So people need to wake up. When people feel like they have to go in back rooms and hide and lie and meet with people in secret, that's not right. Something's not right with that. Why, if you have a gift from God, why wouldn't you just proudly expose it? Because their gifts don't come from God. Those people who are out here lying, their gifts don't come from God. Their gifts come from other things that they're doing, which is why they won't tell you what they're doing. Because they know if they tell you they drink blood or they drinking urine or they having all these orgies and they're dropping blood and this and that. And they know if they tell you that shit, you're gonna be like, oh, that don't sound like God. That don't sound right. Have y'all noticed the influx of people who are coming out of the woodwork worshiping Satan? And people are like, oh, it's new. It's not new. These people been worshiping Satan. They've been worshiping Lilith. They've been worshiping Baal. They've been worshiping Aseroth. They've been worshiping these other gods. It's just that Christianity only teaches you about Satan. But I'm telling you, all these other people out here doing this shit, they've been doing this stuff. They just never felt comfortable to come out till now. And now you're seeing all these worshipers out here. You're seeing all these people talking about, I worship Satan. You see all these people with these tattoos and sigils and all these witches walking around openly and telling you openly that they're witches. Oh, I'm a witch of this. I'm a witch of that. Witch isn't even a good word. They don't even understand using the word witch is a disrespectful word to themselves. But some of them really do. True witches don't have loyalty to God. They don't. They have no loyalty. Witches don't have loyalty to Satan. A true witch has no loyalty to anything except herself. Except herself. Or himself. But we got people say, I'm a light witch. There's no such thing as a light witch. Stop it. You're a light worker. You're not a witch. Stop using that. The word witch is derogatory for spiritualists. And people don't even know it. It's like saying nigga. You know how they call black people niggas? A spiritualist who refers to themselves as a witch is basically referring to themselves as a nigga. And we all know the connotation of that word is derogatory. So stop referring to yourself as a white witch. And they get that shit from watching too much television. Because on television, they're like, oh, you got the good witch of the West and the wicked witch of the West and the good witch of the East. No, you don't need to be no witches. If you work for God, you're a spiritualist. But if you hear God, you would know that. Because every time you call yourself a witch, he tell you stop saying that you're not a witch. You're a spiritualist. Okay? You're a healer. You're a herbalist. You're apothecary. Most of them are apothecary. They're not witches. They're apothecary. Look it up. Okay? Apothecary is someone who's gifted with their hands when it comes to working with natural elements as far as earth and the herbs and so on and so forth. That's an apothecary. These people are apothecaries and they're calling themselves witches. They're boiling, they're taking baths and they're making stuff with sage and all kinds of stuff. And they're like, I'm a witch. You're not a witch. You're using what God gave you on this earth. Everything that we need to fight spiritual warfare. Everything that we need to overcome attacks. Everything we need to protect our bodies, our minds. Because we don't have to protect our souls. Our God does that. To protect our bodies and our mind. God put it on here on earth. It's not magic. It's not magic. It's science. It's crazy to me. But either way, in this dream, this person handed me all their keys. And then they walked around. Okay? Thank you, period. Corinthians 12 goes over the spiritual gifts. Thank you. And we shouldn't be hiding them. And 1 Timothy. I don't know if Ro is on here, but yesterday Rose sent me a verse for 1 Timothy. Ro, if you can find that verse and post it for me, because if I go out on my phone, I'm gonna leave the live. But in 1 Timothy, I believe it was 1 Timothy, there's a verse, I can't remember the chapter and the verse, that speaks on displaying your gifts from God for everyone to see. So when a person does not display their gifts from God and they're doing stuff in hidden rooms, they're not of God. Okay? They're not of God. Or they're using their gifts in a nefarious way, which won't last long because God will strip them of it. But then you got people out here that take on demons and do rituals to gain powers and abilities, and then they say, oh, well, God told me. No, he didn't. That demon inside you told you. That's why you lie. If you lie, how can you be lying and say you're of God? I didn't say this. I didn't do this. I didn't. No. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So in the dream, the person handed me their keys and they went outside. And then when I went I was getting ready to leave out the building, but something told me to go tell them that message. I went to go tell them that message. After I told it to them, they walked out the building. And I saw them walk over to their lawyer. They went and stood with their lawyer. And then I saw the police lights come on. And I said, this person is being arrested. They're being made to hand over everything. Their home, their business, their money, everything. Okay? And they're going to be arrested. Charged and arrested. Okay? Their finances are going to be frozen. That's literally what I was getting from this dream. And the other family members and people that were with me in the dream, I went to them and said, come, I need to explain to you why this person did what they did. I said, do you know the spirit? Have you ever read about Lilith? And they were like, no. Because there were family members that were in the dream that were dead. And I knew they were dead. And I'm like, why are they here? And I said, I need to explain to you that your death, this person killed you, but it wasn't them that did it. It was the spirit of Lilith. Lilith took over this woman's body. And Lilith is either Lilith or a demon. Because remember, Lilith gave birth to demons. So demons have the Lilith spirit on them. Because that's their mother. Y'all better go back and read. A lot of people, they carry the Bible around. And they love to quote the scriptures that the pastor quotes. But they don't go dig deeper and get them deeper scriptures. Lilith gave birth to all demons. Lilith was the first wife of Adam. Okay? She had sex after she chose that she did not want to be submissive to Adam. She did not want to allow Adam to lead. She wanted to be the leader. God commissioned Lilith. She wasn't commissioned from the rib of Adam. Lilith came out and was literally Adam's enemy. She came out and God said, this is your husband. And she said, I'm not listening to him. I'm not doing what he says. Why does he get to be the authority figure? And God said, because I made him first and I made him to protect you and everything else. I don't need no protection. I can take care of myself. I don't need anything. I can take care of myself. I don't want him making a decision for me. I'll do for myself. That's the Lilith spirit. I don't need no man to take care of me. I don't need no man to do this. I can open my own door. I don't need no man to do this, that. That's the Lilith spirit. Y'all think I'm joking. It is. You better read up on her. That feminist movement bullshit, that's the Lilith spirit on the earth. Telling feminines, you don't need no man. You don't need this. No, you don't need anybody. But you should want somebody that will allow you to not have to fight the way you've been fighting. To allow you to not have to work so damn hard by yourself, raising your children and all these other things. To lead and guide and take the burdens off your shoulder. Because that's what that's what a true man is supposed to do. But we as women keep going into relationships with men who have more pads and tampons than we do in their emotional energy. That place more burden on us. That don't protect us. They don't protect us. But that's the man that you prefer because you want to be the man. Then you say, well, I had to do this. I had to do everything. You had to do everything because you chose a man that didn't do anything. Take accountability for your shit. If you don't like it, then leave. If you don't like it, then stop choosing that type of man. Because there's plenty of men out here that will jump up to be the provider, the protector, and the professor and make sure you're okay. But women have been programmed for a long time now by that Lilith spirit. You don't need no man. No, you don't need one. But I'm going to tell you, baby, when you get the right one, your life is a whole lot easier and you're going to want one. Okay? Hold on. 1 Timothy 4:14. Thank you, Lioness of Judah. She said, do not neglect the gift that is in you, which was given to you by prophecy with the laying on of hands of the elderhood. Yes, Lion of Judah, thank you. That is the verse I was looking for. People, y'all don't understand. I didn't just wake up one day and say I'm a prophet. I literally went to a service and was told that. I didn't know what the heck he was talking about when he told me that. And he told me, you're meant to accomplish great things. But up until that point, I didn't know what I was. And I definitely didn't believe I was that. He laid hands on, when I got done prophet school, he laid hands on our womb and birthed our womb. He put a fire in us. He put a fire in us, okay? He ignited our prophetic flame. It's people out here talking about, I'm a prophet. Ain't never stepped foot in no school. No, don't even know how to prophesy. They hear the word death and they tell you you're going to die when that's not what the word death. When God speaks the word death, he's telling you that you're going to live. That you've been dead. That you've been walking in death. You've been killing things in your own life. Because of your mindset. Because of how man been teaching you to think. But God is coming to tell you that he's going to give you a new way of thinking so that you can live and birth new things in your life. That's what it means when you hear the word death. But if you're not properly trained, you will go out and tell somebody, oh, I heard death, you're going to die, or someone's going to die. And that's not true. They don't even know how to prophesy. Samuel had a whole school and taught people how to be prophets. If we did not require education, a doctor requires going to school for his doctorate. A teacher requires going to school to learn to be certified to teach. Yet you will let a prophet tell you they're a prophet and they don't have to certify themselves to you. They don't have to tell you how they became a prophet or how they got certified or how they went through training. Doctors go through residency for 4 years. Yet you'll let a pastor sit in front of you and preach to you and give you the word and he won't even tell you where he went to school at. How did he learn to preach? How does he know that he's teaching the right message? Who are the pastors that trained him? Because I was trained by prophets that were nationally recognized. So I'm saying this to say we have a mindset out here that we're letting the wrong people guide us. We're looking at the money in the cars. Oh, they look at that pastor. They got money. Look at the cars. They're a man of God. No, they could be a man of the demon of Lilith. Money doesn't dictate spiritual ranking. Money doesn't dictate that you are truly in alignment with God. Material items don't dictate that thing. But these televangelists and these people on television in these big mega churches, they know the spirit that they walk with. Some of them is not right. And they know that you're going to look at the cars and the money and the material and say, oh, he must be, she must be. And they're not. Be careful. After in my dream, this person ended up being arrested. And I watched them as they waited to be arrested. They waited for the cops to come. They stood there with their lawyer and they waited, and I saw the blue and red lights come. And I knew they were about to be arrested, like formally arrested. But let me tell you what the lie is. In real life, the person in the dream, they had to hand over their keys to their business. They have another couple, I think that another 30 days or less, they hand over the keys to their house. And they are being indicted. Formally indicted by the federal. The federal government is charging them for fraud. Fraud, embezzlement, laundering, out shitload of. I mean, the list is so long, I can't even tell you. In real life, that same person has been lying. Oh no, I closed my business down because I'm retiring. They're not retiring. The government took it from them. And nobody knows the truth. But they will know by the end of July. Everybody will know the truth. They will know all the lies that this person has been telling. Everything is going to be publicly exposed by the end of, not even by the end of, they're telling me by the 15th. By the 15th of July, everybody will know. What's that? What's today? Today's the 6th. So we have 9 more days. 9 more days. Isn't 9 the number of endings? By the 15th, everybody will know that this person was lying. Everybody will know they didn't retire. They closed their business down because the government stepped in and shut it down. And they're stripping them of everything. And they will know that the truth, the things that I said are coming true. And they're going to look at me and say, oh my God, you were telling the truth. Yeah, I was telling the truth. Well, why didn't you tell us? Because people believe lies so much. People love to believe lies, or the liars are so good at lying that even when somebody comes along and tells the truth, people can't, they don't want to, they make the truth teller look like the liar. Why do you think I cut so many people out my life? Because if I try to tell the truth, they go, oh no, Nikki, that's not true. Then you know what I do? I'm like, cool. I don't argue with people who are blind. God opened my eyes and gave me sight for a reason. And it wasn't to sit and open other people's eyes who don't want to open it. So when the truth comes out and everybody sees what I was talking about, they're going to be like, my God, Sapphire was telling the truth. Nikki was telling the truth. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to want to call me and say, I'm sorry, you were telling the truth, but they won't be able to. Because anybody who can be manipulated to the point of believing a liar over a true child of God is a dangerous person. Y'all got family members that when you speak truth, they believe a liar over you. You might want to stay away from them family members. You got children. You got friends that when you speak a truth, nobody believes you. Stay away from those people. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they don't truly have a relationship with God. They don't. Because when you forge a certain level of relationship with God, certain spell work won't work on you. They can't throw a cloak over your eyes and show and keep you hidden. From the truth. They can't hide shit from you because God won't let them. Even if I couldn't see the truth in the physical, God gave me the truth in the dreams, in the spiritual. I did not know that I predicted this was going to happen for somebody. I did. I said the truth is coming out. I even sent a warning email to a family member. And I said to them, I pray to God that you're not involved in this and what this person's been doing, because they're going to jail. And there is a federal case. And if you are involved with this person, or you are taking money from this person, or you are too close to this person, you are being investigated too. And I pray to God you're not involved in what they're doing. And you know what they said to me? I'm just living my life. I don't have nothing to do with that. Leave me alone. And you know what they did? They contacted that family member and told them what I said. They sent them the email that I sent them. And you know what the family member did? They lied to him and told him, oh, she don't know what she's talking about. She don't know what she's talking about. She's crazy. Just ignore her. But then the next morning, someone called me and said, hey, do you need some money? Because this family member wants to give you money. If I just accuse this family member of being a part of fraud and get ready to go to jail, why would they try to get somebody to give me money the next day? Unless I'm speaking the truth. Extortion, trying to get me involved. And I said, no, I don't want any money from that person. They're going to jail. I said, y'all think I'm joking. That person is going to jail. And I said, I don't want any money from them. And they said, well, that person says that you're struggling, you need money. I wouldn't give a damn if I was starving. I'm not taking money from them, because as soon as I take money from them, I'm going to be tied in that legal case that they're in. All money isn't good money. I'm good. My bank account may not look as big, the one that they're looking into, because I'm going to share that with y'all too. When I started speaking truth, I started having issues with my bank account and my cell phone, because this person wanted to shut me up. So I didn't take the money that they offered, because I'm not dumb. I just told the truth about your character the day before. And now the family member I told it to and another family member is contacting me to give me money. Come on now, common sense. I ain't hard up. The fuck out of here. No. Okay? That shit was crazy. But it gave me confirmation that I was telling the truth. It gave me confirmation that I was telling the truth, because why are you trying to give me money? If I'm lying on you and what I said wasn't true, why would you call up another family member and try and give me money? It doesn't make sense. Okay? Unless what I said was true. Okay? People are out here trying to save face. They're trying to save face. They don't want you to see their downfall. But I told you that. I told you that your enemies were going to be falling this year. Didn't I say that? This is a 7-year, which is God's number of completion. You cannot stop this. Why do you think the Civil War is coming? The Civil War is coming because God is taking down your enemies. And a lot of our enemies sit within our government. Men who have molested and raped women sit in Congress. The secrets behind our president and our vice president, I couldn't even begin to share with you. I couldn't even begin to share with you. Okay? That's why I said the people who hide shit are the ones that you need to be worried about. The ones who are transparent are the ones you do not need to be worried about. The ones who show you who they really are, whether you like it or not, those aren't the ones you need to be worried about. It's the ones that don't show you who they are, that got hidden faces, hidden agendas. With the political thing, I told y'all that Biden was sick. I told y'all Biden was sick. I told you that they were going to hide it. And I told you that it was going to be somebody else running the presidency. Because it ain't him. But everybody's itching to put him in office as if he is not the president. He is just a front. That man is sick. He made a comment at a press conference that he's the first black president with the black woman, he's the first black woman, black president. Come on now. And y'all great put that man back in office again. It's not him running it. I'm telling you, his mind ain't right. All the signs are there. But people just don't want to see what they want to see what they want to see. Or they want to trauma bond and unite against another evil. Because they think that Donald Trump is evil. He ain't evil. He's a businessman. And let me tell you something about the Democrats and the Republicans. They change agendas every century, decades? Every couple decades, they change agendas. They switch teams, but they keep the same name. You better go look in history. I learned this in class in 6th or 7th grade. That one, the Republicans will be the radicalists, and the Democrats are the conservatives. And then 10 years later, the Democrats are the radicals, and the Republicans are the conservatives. They switch up because it's not real. None of it's real. Which is why the Civil War is coming. How is it that a whole state can vote for a certain person, but the vote is you do understand that, right? With electoral votes can supersede the votes of the people. So a whole entire state can vote for candidate A, but the governor can decide, or the mayor, or the Congress, or the people who oversee that state can decide that they're not going to do what the people said. So it's all an illusion. That shit needs to come down. Y'all truly need to have a say. The law has to be, the electoral votes should not be able to overrule the people's votes. See, they do this election to make it seem like we're actually doing something when we're not. Those people in their state who have a government structure, the mayor, the governor, congressman, the senator, those people in those states who have senators and have those people that actually do what they want and support their people is a blessing. But there's a lot of states where the people vote one way and the higher ups vote another. That should not. Look at this shit. I'm back. I'm sorry. It disconnected. And they must be pissed. Look at that. I said, if the people vote a certain way, that's the way the people in charge should be made to vote. They should not be able to overrule the people, but they can. This civil war is coming to set things right in this country that haven't been right for a very long time. And to get rid of these dirty people. And there's dirty people in both parties. That's why it needs to be destroyed. And we need to build something new. And that's literally what's happening. Because everybody's got dirty parties in both parties. No one party is better than the other. Okay? But the election between Biden and Trump is going to be the trigger for the Civil War. What better reason to have it? Okay? Of course they're going to blame it on the election to trigger it. Okay? So guys, I'm telling you right now that I told you guys before 2024 closed out that those people who had did you wrong, those people who lied on you, who cheated on you, who did underhanded things against you, okay, in your family, in your workplace. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, I have clients who have booked appointments with me about their bosses and people they were dealing with. One of the girls, Kim, she said, Sapphire, you ain't never lied. They fired Kathy this morning. I said, there you go. I told you. Okay? I did the career reading I did yesterday for D on my channel. The person she's dealing with, those two people about to get fired too. All the dirt that these people have done behind closed doors is coming to the surface. Y'all are going to get vindicated. Some of y'all couldn't get raises in your workplace because you had dirty bosses and supervisors who were purposely holding y'all back, promoting people that didn't even do as much work as you. Oh, well, we're giving another promotion. Samantha got promoted. Okay. Ashley got a promotion. But Ashley don't do no damn work. How Ashley get another promotion to a lead position and you trained Ashley on the job? You taught Ashley everything she knew. But now Ashley's getting a promotion and you've been there longer? Make it make sense. It's not fair. Those people in management like that, if they got dirt, it's coming out and they're losing their management positions. And y'all gonna get y'all promotions and raises this year. I'm telling y'all what I know. Okay? If you got people who did spell work around you, and y'all better listen to me because I'm telling you this right now. Some of these people who went to spiritual prison, y'all got people who are in spiritual prison that are about to go to physical prison out here, as above, so below. Some of y'all seeing family members and seeing friends and different people get locked up and you're like, oh shit. Some of y'all, somebody's about to see somebody get arrested at work. Now, I don't know what y'all do, but I literally see, is it one person? Hold on, I'm watching it right now as it goes down. It's one person. It's one person, and I'm seeing somebody be led in handcuffs out of a business, out of a workplace. Now, there could be more than one, but I'm seeing this one person, and they're walking them through the lobby with the handcuffs on of the business, and everybody is like, oh my God, look at that. Yeah, somebody's about to see a coworker get arrested at work. And I believe it has something to do with what they were doing at work. They got caught. They were doing something at work. And whatever it is, the job is, is this because of their job? Yeah, the employer is pressing charges. So you're going to see the cops come in and they're going to be like, we need you to stand up. I think it's a man. For some of y'all, it might be a woman. Because see, I see energy. So I read energy. So my visions, I may see a man, but that just tells me that it's a man, it's a masculine energy. So women carry masculine energy in the physical. So it could be a woman in masculine energy or it could be a man in masculine energy. But I hear them they're coming to this person's desk and it looks like a cubicle. And they're just like, we need you to follow us. Shut down, leave your computer. And they're just like, okay. And they're just like, we need you to follow us. And they're taking them into an office or a conference. It looks like an office, a small office or conference room, it could be. And there's police officers in the room. And the employees walking in like, what's going on? And they're just like, we're sorry, but we had to report this because you did something illegal. And they're like, hold on, what do you mean? What do you mean? No, I didn't do anything. They're like, yes, you did. And they're just like, we have it. And the company has decided to press charges. And the cop is walking over to this person saying, sir, I'm going to need you to turn around and put your hands behind your back. And he's like, no, I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Ted, like it must have been a mistake in my system. Other people use my computer all the time. They're like, no, it's not a mistake. And they're like, sir, we're going to need you to turn around and put your hands behind your back. And he's like, I don't want to, like, man, we have to do this now. We have to do this in the office. They're like, yeah, we do, unfortunately. And they're upstairs. They're not downstairs on the first floor. This is upstairs. Okay? So I don't know what this person did on their computer, but they did something that they weren't supposed to do. And I don't know. All I know is they're putting handcuffs on this person. And he's like, well, can we cover up the handcuffs? They're like, no. And they're going to parade this person through the office with handcuffs on to the elevator. And they're going to get on the elevator and go downstairs to the first floor and get off the elevator and walk them through the lobby. And there's a whole bunch of people there. They're going to walk them through the lobby out to the squad car that's waiting in front of the business. And this is a big business. There's a lot of people. This building has a lot of people in it. It does. Everybody's gonna be watching like, oh shit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. And then they're not gonna say anything to the employees. They're not gonna say anything to you guys. They're gonna wait. And then they're gonna have a meeting, like a floor meeting, and they're gonna say, okay, so let's address, what y'all saw with, so and so being let out the building by handcuffs. He did something and it was illegal, and the company decided to press charges. And so we just, and that's all there is to it. Okay. And they're not going to go in, they're like, we're not going to go into detail. We ask that you guys just let it go. It is what it is. Okay. They're not even going to let this person go back to their desk to get their stuff or anything. They're going to arrest them right there in the room when they bring them in and tell them what they did or whatever. Okay. So I can see that happening. All right. Y'all are going to be vindicated, and these people are going to be publicly humiliated. People who have been in back rooms doing back closet magic, they're about to be humiliated. Okay. Yep. People. Oh, another thing. People's phones have been tapped. Okay. So there's evidence. So, for example, the person in my dream who was being arrested, they're still lying, saying, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I don't know what they're talking about. Their phone has been tapped for over a year or two. This investigation wasn't no overnight investigation. They're not losing everything overnight. Their phone was tapped, I believe, for almost 2 years. And there's other people that were in business with this person or working with this person. They cut deals to turn this person in. Family members. There are other family members who were involved in the illegal shit that they were doing. And these family members cut deals to turn in this one. They turned on this one family member. See, I keep telling y'all, you know how some people believe that whole blood is thicker than water? My brother will have my back. My sister will have my back. They won't do that. No, you threaten them with going to jail. They're going to tell the truth. They're not going to uphold your lies. And so I feel like a lot of people you're going to find out. A lot of people are trying to save their own asses because the reaping season is here. We are in the 7th month. And it's only befitting that this stuff is taking place in the 7th month, God's number of completion. And we just went through the 4th of July, which was what? Emancipation. Okay. And winning of a war. So we won. Y'all were celebrating 4th of July and you didn't even realize in spirit y'all won too. And y'all about to see that. So for all of y'all that have been going through oppression, going through certain situations, you had those bosses in the office that wouldn't promote anybody, they were promoting all the wrong people. They're about to be removed, and y'all are gonna everything. The whole element's gonna change. And some of these people are possessed with demons. They got to go. They got to go. They've been running way too much on the face of this earth. It's a reckoning and it's a reaping and a cleaning up. People who have been in relationships with demons that didn't know they were in relationships, men with women who are literally carrying demon spirits, who truly hate men, or women who are with men who truly hate women, which is why they beat on them. If a man beats on a woman, he does not love women. Okay? If a man beats on a woman, 10 times or not, he's down low. I'm going to keep it so 100. And he hates women. All right? So I'm going to keep it so 100 with you. All right? So at the end of the day, all these things are being exposed. This month in July, I just literally see people running around screaming spiritually. It's kind of like being inside of a coffee. You ever be inside of see a movie where people are sitting inside a coffee shop, and while they're sitting in the coffee shop, people out in the streets running around crazy? That's literally what I just saw. That some of y'all, those of us that are on the up and up with this, we're sitting inside the coffee shop. And you know how they have a big window looking out to the front, like in France? In France, a lot of the streets, you have a lot of the they have big windows, and you can sit at the window and look out the window, okay? And the gelato and the coffee shops, okay? So what I'm seeing is that some of us are sitting at that counter looking out the window, and we're drinking our amarettos and we're drinking our cappuccinos and our americanos, and which they're not called Americanos over there, by the way. They don't even have that. That's an American thing. But either way, let me get back to the point. The point is, we're going to be sitting there sipping our cappuccinos while all the other ones are running around out in the streets because the shit is going down. This is the month of reckoning, okay? And God is handling it, okay? You don't have to worry about it. Justice is going to be yours. And what was done wrong. Now, for some of y'all, I'm hearing there's a supervisor manager that's getting fired, and they're going through this person's notes and they're realizing that you were supposed to have a raise or a promotion and you didn't get it. So they're going to pull you into a meeting. It's going to be about 3 months, I'm hearing. Where are we at right now? So around October. It's going to be around the end of September, beginning of October. Your new bosses are going to pull you into their offices for a meeting and be like, okay, hey, Tanasia, you have not been given a raise. You've been here for 2 or 3 years. You were supposed to receive a raise, okay? Richard didn't give you the raise, so we went through your file. We were going through all the files of all the people that Richard manages, and we saw that he did not properly give you the raise that you deserve. So we are going to give you the raise that you deserve, and we're going to retro it. So technically, today, you were supposed to get a raise every year. That's company policy. You were supposed to receive a review, and you were supposed to get a raise. So for 3 years, you have not received your raise. We are going to retro this back and give you 3 years worth of raises. So instead of getting that normal 3% or 5% raise, whatever you're getting, we're literally going to be giving you a $10,000 increase in pay or a $15,000 increase in pay. Okay? And we're sorry that, it took this long to correct this. We're sorry that it fell between the cracks. We do value you as an employee, and we're sorry that you had to deal with this. But we hope that giving you this $15,000 raise, $10,000 or $15,000 raise, makes up for what you dealt with when Richard was your supervisor. Okay, we're sorry, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, and be like, yeah, thank you, and they're gonna be like, and we're gonna retro this raise back at least 2 paychecks. Okay, 2 or 3 paychecks. So not only are you getting the raise, you're going to receive an extra bonus check with the adjustment of what you would have, for that raise for 2 or 3 checks. And you're going to be like, my God, there is a God. Yeah, they're going to fix it and make it right. They're going to make it right because technically these people have been breaking company laws by not giving you reviews the way they're supposed to. You're supposed to have I'm hearing that you're supposed to have a review either every 6 months or every year. And somebody in your company, you're not getting your reviews the way you're supposed to. They only review the people that they want to give raises to and give promotions to. Okay. And most of them are sleeping with these men and women. I'm going to keep it so 100. That's coming out. All that's coming out. If your boss has been sleeping with people in the office, if you think that there's 2 people in your job environment who have been sleeping together or people sleeping with the boss, oh, that shit coming out. Yep, all them people who got those promotions on their back, that's coming out this month. It's going to be revealed this month. Okay? So I say this to say, don't worry. Victory is yours. It's already been yours in all these spiritual attacks, but you're about to see how victory played out. And I'm going to tell you something else. Another thing I'm going to tell y'all. God told you not to take vengeance into your own hands, which is why I told y'all you could do reversals, you could do healing, you could do cleansing, you could do protection, but don't attack anyone. I've been teaching this narrative for a very long time. Why? Because when you attack a person and you direct something directly at a person, you're no better than the person who attacked you. Okay? 2 wrongs don't make a right. Okay? And so with that being the case, a lot of y'all, what do I tell you? Focus on yourself. Well, Sapphire, no, I don't want to hear what you need to do towards them. Focus on yourself. Okay? Send their shit back to them and focus on yourself. I had to do a protection spell. Actually, it wasn't a protection spell. I put a shield around somebody who was attacking a family. And yeah, I sure did. And I'm very proud of it too. Okay? They were doing spell work to attack this woman's children. And the man is in a relationship with a witch who's actually he's helping her do spell work to harm his own children. Because he's not with the mom anymore. He's not with his ex-wife, and he wants to be with the ex-wife. But he got himself tied up with this woman with a whole new baby. You can't go back to her, sir. You couldn't go back if you wanted to. She didn't want you. But because he's not with her, he decided he was going to attack his own children. That's a no-no. Okay? So I did a mirror box, and I contained that magic on them. As soon as I put a shield over those people in that house to keep all their shit with them, so that any spell work they do towards anyone does not come out and hurt anyone. It stays, all it does is hit the windows and ricochet in that house. Okay? That's a containment unit. When I did that shit to him, the children that were with his ex-wife started coming out their room, started being in a better mood, started spending time with their family, started showing positive signs, because children feel the effects of spell work. I keep telling people this shit. She said, my daughter is happier. She's coming out her room. She's talking. She's spending time with me. Yeah, because the spell work her father was doing was to break her away from her mother out of jealousy. He was mad because he chose the busted bitch to be with. A broke-ass busted bitch to be with. And then him and that busted bitch going to sit over there and attack the mother of his children, his ex-wife? Bitch, no, we don't do that. So yeah, I did put a shield over their asses. Everything you throw is going to go right back to you. It's not leaving that house. It's not leaving that house. Okay? And then you know what's happened? They're whipping each other's ass in their house. But that's what they wanted the kids to do to their mama over there. They wanted the kids to beat their mama up. They wanted the kids to disrespect their mama. And no, that's not going down like that. Kids are directly affected by spell work because they're cleaner energetically than us. They don't have sin like us. Okay? So yeah, now the child is happier, experiencing more, and I'm going to keep on protecting her. And she participates in the vigil every new moon or every full moon. She does. I protect her and her children every full moon and every new moon. And the effects that are being seen are beautiful on the children. They're happier. Her son used to go spend weekends with his father. And the week after he came home, he would get sick. He would be running a fever for no reason. They couldn't find no reason. I told her, go get my bath salt and bathe him in my bath salt. She bathed him in my bath salt. It knocked the fever out. The fever was gone and he'd be back to normal. Every illness you have isn't physical. Sometimes it's spiritual. That little boy's fever, there was no need to take it. She went to the doctor several times before. They didn't know what the hell. They said, "Oh, it must be a virus." Sometimes it's not a physical virus. It's a spiritual one. My godmom, my Jewish godmom, she also told me something else that I do. I love you, J-Mom. She told me you put apple cider vinegar and baking soda in the bathtub. And when I add my bath salts to that, it works like a freaking punch. I put the bath salt in, I put the apple cider vinegar in, and I put some baking soda in. And I sit in it, and it draws the toxins out of your body through your pores. My J-Mom knows what she's talking about. She does. Okay? Because it works. All right? So y'all better listen to me. Yeah, these people are horrible, attacking their own children. Your own flesh and blood that you actually contributed to. You're going to attack your own children and you think God's going to let that go down like that? That's horrible. But you got to believe that if a person is attacking their own children, they got to have a demon inside of them. They got to have something inside of them. See, the movies have portrayed to you that when people are possessed with demons, that it's all animated. It's all this, their eyes are glowing. And no. Sometimes their actions just show that there's something in them. Okay? So my phone was tapped. I didn't talk about it because I wanted to make sure my phone was secure first. Someone tapped my phone through my eSIM. Okay? If you have an eSIM card in your iPhone that you're using and your phone is overheating, I have an iPhone 12 Pro Max. Okay. And when they remember, they came up with the eSIM, so now you didn't need a physical SIM card. So now you could use your eSIM and you could have a physical SIM card in your phone as well. So now you could have two phone lines. So I was like, okay, that's fantastic. I'll use my eSIM for my main phone number and I'll go get a physical SIM card to put in for my business line. So I had both lines on my phone. Okay? Which was awesome. But my phone kept overheating and I couldn't figure out why. Y'all saw it. I had lives all summer. Earlier in the year, my phone kept overheating when I was talking to y'all. And I said, I don't know what's going on. Then my phone call started dropping. I'd be on the phone talking to my girlfriends. And in the middle of the conversation, she'd be talking and it would drop and say the number that you have dialed is not correct. Please check the number and dial again. But I was just talking to her. It didn't make any sense. Okay? Then I would have my phone right there next to me or in the car, and it would give me an error and say, your charging port is wet. You ever see the new iPhones do that? The charging port is wet. So your phone has stopped charging. And then you can hit the emergency override. How is my charging port wet when I'm literally like in the car? There's no water, there's no moisture. It doesn't make any sense, right? Even when I was sitting at home at my desk, my phone said, your charging port is wet. And I said, what the hell is going on? I went online and did some investigations and said, I need signs. I need to know what are the signs I need to look for if my phone is being tapped. And I went online and found out that the eSIMs that these new phones have are tappable. People can mess with your phone. And I'm not talking about the government. Yes, the government can do it, but shit, they can get to your phone even if you got a SIM. So what people are doing is what somebody did with me. Somebody tapped my phone. They tapped my eSIM. They were able to get my IMEI number of my phone. They were able to get the other information pertaining to my phone. And since it's a matter of a chip, not even a chip, it's built into the phone. As long as they have the serial number of the phone and the IME number of the phone, they were able to tap my phone. So I went to my cell phone provider and I told the woman I need a SIM card. Once I figured it out, because they were trying to keep me from getting an important phone call. So then I said, okay. I went there and I told the woman, and I told my friend, what if they tell me they won't give me a SIM card because I have an eSIM and that's the new technology? She said, they're going to give it to you. And I said, okay. I went in there and I told the woman, I said, I think my phone is being tapped. I think someone has hacked into my phone and I'm having all these different symptoms and I need a physical SIM card. I don't want to use the eSIM anymore. You know what that woman said to me? She said, when they came out with the eSIM, I told them it was going to be a problem. I told them it was going to be a problem. She said, they told me when I got, because she said I have two phones. She said one for work and one for personal. She said when they told me they were going to do the eSIMs on my two phones, she said, I told them, no, you won't. I want actual physical SIM cards. She said, you're not the only person who has walked in here and told me that they think their phone has been hacked or cloned and has the symptoms that you have. So she said, I knew it was going to be a problem. There's just certain technology that they're saying, oh, it makes it easier. Yes, but it also makes it easier to be hacked. It does. So if you have an eSIM in your phone and you believe your phone is overheating, because see, my phone didn't start overheating until what? I would say earlier this year, which kind of gave me an idea when they hacked it. Okay? If you got an eSIM in your phone, you might want to contact your provider and have them send you a physical phone chip if you feel like your phone has been hacked. Because that eSIM is going to be a fucking problem. I'm going to tell you right now. All right? I worked in IT. There's nothing that can't be done through technology. Be careful out here. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you right now, eventually, I don't know, I'm going to be putting more security on my stuff. On my laptop, I'm probably going to be putting an IP scrambler or something, and I'm going to be putting more shit on my phone. I don't have time for these games. For real, for real. And when I move into my new house, I don't want people knowing where I live at. And I don't want them pinpointing where I live at by looking at where my cell signal pings. Because that is a real thing. It's not just on TV. I want complete privacy in my home life. Okay? Now, the other thing that you need to be aware of, let's see, the cell phone being tapped. What was the other thing? Your laptops and computers. My laptop and computer was hacked too. I had to come back and take care of that. I did all this on the same day. I knew that I know laptops can be hacked, and I know better because I work in IT. But in my mindset, I kept thinking, who the hell wants to hack me? Who am I? But see, this is only confirmation that I'm speaking a lot of truth. Because if I'm speaking truth about these men sleeping with men, women sleeping with women on the DL, people involved in federal cases and lying and cheating and stuff, and illegal shit, obviously I must be talking some real shit. Because my laptop got hacked too. Trust me, if my phone was hacked, my laptop was hacked. So I went and I downloaded all the software that I needed to secure my laptop. And now I have it completely secured. Y'all saw how my lives kept falling even in... what happened on my laptop? When I was doing lives on my laptop, I kept losing sound. My mic kept going out. And I would have to restart the live. Did y'all notice that? I didn't have that problem a year ago. But I blame that on myself because I know what I need to do to protect my electronics, and I got lazy and I didn't do it because honestly I didn't think it was necessary. You know, I'm not an egotistical person. I really didn't think that people saw me as a threat or that people were worried about me. I really didn't think that. I really didn't. Okay, I didn't think I was that important, to keep it real. Okay, so I had to secure my laptop and cover up the camera on my laptop as well. Okay. So there's a lot of shit that y'all don't understand out here. You better be on your shit. Because when you start speaking truth or just being who you are and having God bless you, you're going to have people on your ass. Okay? So, what else do you want me to share with them before I get off? That's it. Get yourself a physical SIM phone, a SIM card for your phone if you need to. If you think people can listen to your conversations and stuff or hack your phone, don't leave your phone out of your sight. Okay? I have 2 separate phones now. I used to have both phones in one, which was very convenient. But unfortunately, I had to go buy a second iPhone for my business last week, which pissed me off because I wouldn't have to do that if assholes would just stay out my business. Okay? I also had to secure my bank account. Oh, that's another thing. I used to have a family member that kept calling me and saying, I think she needs money. And I kept going, why does this person keep thinking I need money? Why? Because they were hacking into my bank account. And I told Wells Fargo about it too. And I closed my Wells Fargo account. Sure did. I told them that y'all have consulting contracts or your mainframe is from a major company that I have an ex who works for that major company. And I said somebody was given access to what was in my bank account. Because it's no coincidence that every time my bank account was low, this person would contact me and offer me money. How are they finding out that I need money, that I have what's in my bank account? Because somebody has access to those systems. And they were like, ma'am, we're so sorry. They said, do you want to file a report? I said, there's no point in filing a report. Because if the person who's going into my bank account works for you, or they have a consulting account with you, and they work in IT, they're going to cover up their tracks. So it's a waste of time. I already know this. Why? Because I've done this. I've worked in IT at this level. I know what people can cover up. Okay? So I told them, just close my bank account. Just close my bank account. And I moved my bank account to another bank. Okay. And I spoke to that bank and I said, do you use this company's mainframes for you to operate? And they were like, no. And I had already known that because I went online and looked up all the banks who do not use this major technical company's mainframes. And there's only about 6. So I contacted them and said, okay, I'm opening up a bank account with you guys. And I did it. And I closed the Wells Fargo account. There's a major company in the United States that 44 out of 50 banks use for their mainframe. And if a company creates a mainframe system for banking, that means that whenever they have issues with that mainframe system, what are they going to do? They're going to call that company and be like, hey, we're having issues with the company. If they're using, I'm just going to use an example. This is not the company, but say they're using a Windows base or a Microsoft based system. Okay. Then when they have issues, they're going to call Microsoft and say, hey, we're having issues with the mainframe y'all built us. And that they're going to, Microsoft is going to be like, okay, we're going to send somebody over, or we'll send a consultant to come check out your system, do whatever calibration, blah, 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 blah. Well, if you have people who work for that company that you know, those people can go into, when they go into consulting or go into work at that bank to fix their systems, they can go in. They give them access to everything. They can go in and look at your bank account. Some of them keep access so that they can consult from afar. See, I know what's been going on. I just didn't think that they would go that far to breaking federal law. But see, I told you I worked 13 years at JP Morgan Chase. I'm very fully well capable. I'm very aware of what people can do when it comes to technology. Okay? I just didn't think that I was going to be on the receiving end of that. I didn't think that anybody would risk their job to go into my shit. Little old me. Okay? But it is what it is. I've locked it down. I've taken care of the things I need to take care of. And I put the red flags out there on the person who's doing it. Abusing their power. And if it's true, because I really don't talk to this person, really don't give a damn to talk to them. Okay, I moved on with my life. If it's true, then they don't have anything to worry about. But if it isn't, I mean, if it isn't true, they don't have anything to worry about. But if it is, Big Brother is going to be on their ass. Okay, these people are going to extreme lengths. So, yeah, my new bank account, they won't be able to get into that. That shit is ironclad. All right. And I spoke to them, and the woman said, I am so sorry that you went through that. You will not go through that with your bank account over here. And I didn't choose, like I said, 44 out of 50 banks use this one company. There's only 6 banks that are based in the United States that do not use this one IT company. And I have also put alerts on my account, that if anybody pulls up my account without having me on the phone, or without having me on the phone, or having a noted reason, that it triggers something on my bank account. Okay? Shit is real out here, guys. Technology is cool, but not all technology is cool. Be careful. We are living in an age of AI, artificial intelligence. That girl Aniko, everybody's like, oh my God, Aniko, listen to her voice. It sounds unreal. That's because she's not real. She's a fucking clone. That girl's not real at all. She's a machine. That's why she sounds unreal. Cloning, y'all. That shit is real. And people think it's not. And if it's not cloning, it's changing DNA. Changing people's DNA through nanobite technology. They've been talking about it for years. Injecting nanobites into people's bloodstream. They've been using this they've been working with this for a long, but they weren't using it for bad. They were using it for good. Can you imagine having an illness and they inject nanobites into your system to kill the cancer and kill the illness and then take the nanobites back out or leave them in your system to keep you from ever getting the illness again? They've been working with nanobite technology forever. I used to study it when I was in college. I loved it. It was something that fascinated me very much. Okay? So be careful with shots you take and things that you allow them to give you out of the blue. All right? So, yeah, she said that's crazy because my phone been acting crazy of lately. Go get yourself a SIM card. You know, sometimes we go get the hottest cell phones and the hottest things. And I'm telling you, sometimes it's just better to just stay with the old busted joint. That's why I'm not changing my phone anytime soon unless I have to. Okay? They dropped the iPhone 15 with that eSIM and shit. I'm good. I'm straight. I'm good. For real. Okay? You said that people are coming out boldly with witchcraft. Yes, they are. The witches have been around us forever, guys. Imagine the people that are attacking you, now they're coming out saying they're witches publicly, but they've been doing that shit. They've been doing it. Now they're bold enough to tell the world about it. That's all. And you're about to find out that we got witches in the White House and in politics. We got devil worshippers in Congress. Y'all don't even know. They're getting comfortable. They're going to let you know. And you're going to find out that we have devil worshippers and witches and stuff all in our politics. They're going to be bold enough to tell you. Because look at how bold they are to put that shit in the schools now. So now what are you going to do? You going to kick them out of Congress because they told you that they worship Satan? Or because they worship Lilith? No. That's why the country's going to go to war. Because the truths are coming out. And we don't want a child molester in Congress. We don't want a rapist in the White House. We don't want these things. That's why this country's about to go to war, because the truth is coming out. Okay? So, let me get out of here. I got to get up and get a ton of work done and get these orders shipped. All I can say to y'all is, I tell y'all the truth because transparency is of God. When people hide things, that's not of God. This is why I don't trust people who lie to me. This is because if you feel you have to lie and you have to hide things, then I have to question whether or not you're rooted in God. Because if you truly speak truth, what do you have to be scared of? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I have for y'all. I love you guys. I hope this gave you some guidance. I hope this gave you something that you got something from you need. I'm going to put it on my website for people to send me their dreams. You'll be able to attach an audio file or you'll be able to type it. Please try and give me as much detail as you can so I can tell you what it means. The colors and everything means something, okay? The animals, the people, the cars, everything means something. So try and remember as much detail. I keep a dream log on my phone. I have a voice recording. So every morning when I wake up and I have a dream that I know I need to remember, okay? Were you able to read that? I did not read your email, Shabeen. I'm going to go back and look for it. Oh, yeah. A lot of people are still emailing me at SapphireDragonfly.us at Gmail. I don't really look at that email, guys. And that's why a lot of people send stuff to that email and I don't see it. And then they're like, okay. So you got to email admin at SapphireDragonfly.us because my assistant, she will get those emails and she'll be like, Sapphire, she'll follow up with me and be like, Sapphire, did you read the email from so-and-so? Did you read this email from that person? If the email comes to SapphireDragonfly.us, I'm not going to see it. That's why the email address has changed down below the videos. It's admin at SapphireDragonfly.us because she's going to make sure that I read them. She helps me to make sure I stay on my schedule, okay? I will send emails out of SapphireDragonfly.us, but I really don't go in there very often, like to read. So I usually look for her to, tell me what comes in through the admin email. Okay. So that's kind of my main email now. All right. So, yeah. All right. So I will go and look for your email on the SapphireDragonfly.us side, because I do have to put together you guys' graduation, which is coming up. But I've been trying to get a hold of one of the other students. I can't get a hold of them. So I'm gonna keep trying. All right. Um, those of y'all that are in Atlanta, y'all need to be prepared, because Atlanta, there's parts of Atlanta, y'all gonna have to get out of Atlanta. You can move out into the sticks, but you cannot be in Atlanta. I'm telling you what I know. All right, when this shit goes down, in November, December, but November. Okay, before the inauguration, between the election and the inauguration. Let's put it that way. Okay. So that's what I have for y'all. All right. I love you. I'm going to continue to be transparent with you. I'm going to continue to share with you, because God is not the keeper of secrets, nor is he about lies or building false foundations. He's about transparency and telling the truth. Okay? And if a person isn't transparent, then that tells you what about the basis of who they are. Okay? All right. I'll speak to you later. Bye.